So I'll leave Frankie in here unless he doesn't show up by 9. He said he was going to be late. Why is that so loud? Thanks for the sub, Andy Griffith.
Thanks, Andy.
I know who that
Thanks,
is. I remember. Let me see if I can turn that down some. That's kind of loud. I set these sounds up in Sirenscape with specific volume settings that I like, and they just like reset on their own for whatever reasons. Try to set everything down to like 50 to 30% of what they normally do. Everything's cranked back up to max. Hate this program. Much more recent.
How come Garton is like damn near dead?
How come Garton is damn near dead? I don't know. Good question. Don't remember. He hasn't been here in 3 weeks, so yeah, my memories not go back that far. Would have to ask him, and he just went AFK for a second. Alright. So when we played last, you guys had went into the cell of this area and discovered the pine box with what appeared to be Thrommel in it, and you killed him. Searched the room, didn't find anything in there other than the Iron Maiden and the rack and a couple other torture devices. A box full of branding irons and pliers and stuff. And there was a table outside with some other things similar to that. A couple of boxes and other stuff underneath it. Outside the door. The door is right there. So that's where we left it. So we will start there. I'm gonna go ahead and fix Garton for now, because I suspect he probably.
You don't want him running around with 1 hit point?
You are welcome to, if you would
No,
like
he
to.
would he appreciates being fixed.
I imagine that would have been resolved before you guys came back to the temple, which was, definitely within the time frame of how long you've been gone. So, all right, so gentlemen and halflings, what do you want to do?
Grimlock.
We have to leave, right?
Well, there's still stuff in here, and there's still the evil that's behind all this in here. Do we want to try to figure out where to go? I mean, that's all down lower levels than what we're on now.
So I guess that's the option: is we just continue exploring, or we go back to town to report that we found Thrommel. I don't know what's more important.
Did somebody grab it? Did grab his head or something? Do I remember that?
Nobody grabbed his head. No.
No, we got his the portion of his sword though.
Oh, okay.
And that's it should be enough to identify if that was for certain him. And plus, I suspect I have his ring too from that other room. But if we're going to continue exploring, we probably need to throw a few heals out. I know I'm down quite a bit.
I'm up for whatever you guys think. I do know we were. It'd be nice if somebody had message. Was it messenger? What's that spell?
Message.
Message.
So, I think their concern would be whether he was here. The fact that he's dead, I don't think is of immediate concern, if that's what you're wondering. Running back and telling him, oh yeah, he's dead, is not going to be helpful to them, if that's what you're thinking about. Running back and telling him, you know, eventually that, yeah, we found him, or what we think is him, and here's the blade, and he was dead.
Well, do any of the clerics have any heals left, or are you guys all out of heals?
Jalaman has 2 cure serious wounds.
I've got all my spells. Let me sort this out.
Or
It
no,
looks like Borgin and myself both could use some heals. I know
Yeah.
we, both in him and I, were involved in some significant melee altercations.
Did anybody lose any life force to Thrommel?
I did. I got drained 2 levels or something. Probably. I don't know. Wilson didn't say. He just said I got drained.
Right.
And that I couldn't double attack anymore every round.
I am going to leave the blessing that you guys got last week up because it hasn't been 24 hours in game. That's how long it's supposed to last. Those of you that are new to playing this time, though, won't get it. Why is it ×4? Is this not
No
supposed to be
idea.
×4?
I don't know. It was badass healing.
Well done.
I'll take that. That's a good one.
No, I removed you. You have a manual entry for heal X2. Why is that?
I don't know. I didn't do that. I looked to make sure I still had that item equipped, but I didn't even like click on it or anything.
Something is adding that. It must be on your abilities. I just forgot to remove it. Let me look. Yep, there it is. Okay. That won't happen again. I'm gonna leave it because I don't know what his max was and how much how much he was down beforehand. So actually, it looks like 21 actually worked. So he would only be down 1. But you should be good to go, Rob.
How come I can't untarget Borgin and target Grimlock? It's control, right?
Go left click it?
Just got another error.
Yeah, because I put Robbie on again. Because I removed him from the party sheet, or the combat tracker, and then I put him back in, and so his token on the map was not actually a good, valid token. Evening Low, evening Cardman. You can drag and drop whatever you're healing on top of those guys too. Remember that.
Yeah.
Alright. While Bjarni is healing Grimlock and Oregon, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Did we thoroughly search Thrommel's room for everything, traps and all that kind of stuff? We
Yeah,
searched
you
all that,
guys. Yeah, the room itself, you guys searched very thoroughly. I mean, even pacing the walls, looking for secret doors and that kind of stuff.
right? Okay.
So I think we can, as far as which way we're going to go, I guess we can go southeast. I don't think we've been that way yet.
Yeah, we got a blank end of corridor in the map.
So maybe we can move the party down to the intersection and then deploy the scouts south.
So Parafel and Garton, are they doing anything while all the healing is going on?
Just keeping an eye out. Things like to sneak up on you around here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me scout ahead. Grimlock.
That is the plan. Figure the party will move up to here where I'm at, and then we'll deploy the scouts south.
So I've got us staged there, you and I anyway.
Hey, Mike,
Yes, sir.
why does Parafel still show to have the Ring of Air?
I don't know. Delete it. Couldn't be there.
Okay.
Pretty sure I did at one point.
It's still in his inventory.
Don't know. So, what is Jerath? What are you doing?
I am moving quietly ahead of the party,
Mm-hmm.
down that corridor, and I'm taking a look around this corner.
What's that for? Infravision.
All right.
Down at right around here, about there, you can see some light reflecting off of. It's really dim. You can see some kind of light that's on the wall there, and you can't see anything else. You can see like there's some sort of light reflecting off of it. So it could be, you're not sure where, but you can see a dim, really dim light.
Okay. I'm going to proceed another 20 feet or so.
Hmm?
Still trying to stick to the wall. So if I continue on that, can I see a little better what that light is reflecting off of?
It's a wall. You suspect the light is coming from further down the corridor. It just is kind of filtering down the hallway a little bit.
And just stone walls, no doors, no windows,
just-
no other features.
Nope.
Okay, I'll move down to the next corner and take a look around the corner, quiet and silently.
Give me a move silent in the tower, please.
Coming up.
You can see that right around the corner, it goes down a little bit, and you can tell the light is coming from somewhere down in that area.
Okay, so the light that I saw from back there was really, really dim. Okay.
Yeah, it was just, you could tell there was light there because you were using infravision and it interferes with it, so.
All right, I'm going to go back and report that there are stairs going down. corridor goes down to the southeast, then hits a kind of a joggle, and then goes down some stairs that are going to the east and down.
Well, it sounds like the way we want to go. I think we've pretty much mapped this whole level. At least as much of it as I see available. I think we went everywhere we can go.
That's funny.
It looks that way to me.
Anybody
You
have an
certainly
issue
can
going down?
You certainly can see all the map that you've uncovered.
Wilson, that place that we where we used the earth ring to go into the wall to get the treasure because there were traps on top where they had the geometric shapes and stuff. Was that this level or was that a different level?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Is anybody else?
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
You're asking me. I said, yeah, no, I don't remember at all.
Wilson, you still there? Oh, he's muted.
Oh, sorry. I had muted to not cough. No, I don't remember at all.
So, I'm pretty sure it was when we came back through the portals. And I thought it was this level, but I don't see that part mapped. But I remember that was linked to an area that we hadn't been to yet. It was, there was soil on the ground. It was kind of earthy, and we didn't go that way. And I'm pretty sure that this room was behind that room with the screaming pit. It was just to the west of that. There was a hallway there, and I think there was a pedestal or something in there that was raised, and it had several like geometric shapes on it that were stone or something like that. And we detected that they were all trapped because there was like a corpse that had been burned by acid, and then one that was like in pieces or something like that. So it looked very much like it was trapped. And what we wound up doing was we used the Ring of Earth to just kind of dig our way in and grab the loot, because we used detect magic and there was treasure in there.
He used the pass wall on the container, yeah.
That's right. And so we got the stuff out, and then we went up the hallway to the north, and then there was an area that was like had earthy soil and stuff like that. And then that's where we decided, let's go back to town. And we went back to town, but I'm pretty sure that was this area, but I don't see that area mapped, because that would point to an area we hadn't been to yet in here. And like I said,
that is not the area that you're in right now.
Okay. It's not this level, is what you're saying, correct?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's not this area.
Got it. All right, let's head down. Unless anybody has an objection, because I don't see how to get to that other area.
No objections.
Moving silently again. I'm going to peek around this corner and look kind of down the stairs.
Look a little further from where you're at.
Yep.
See about right there. And the hallway continues on south. And it's only probably like 5 steps down. It's not even, but 2-3 feet drop in stairs.
Okay. I'll continue to the bottom of the stairs and look around the corner.
Okay.
Here.
You look around the corner, and this door right here is open, so I'm going to go ahead and reveal what's behind it immediately. I'm trying to show you at least what you can see from there. You can see that. And this thing right here is a fire pit with a pot above it. There's a chain hanging down from the ceiling. The room itself is pretty tall. You can't see the ceiling from where you're at. It's much higher than what you normally are used to seeing. But this pit right there has a low fire. It doesn't look like it's been recently stoked, but there is enough light. That's what's kind of going up this hallway that you came down to allow you to see it. You can see a pile of various boxes and things down here. You're not really sure what they are because you're other side of the room.
All right. I will move silently to the door. And I'm looking for any kind of creature or anything in there.
Okay. More of the room since you're closer. You can see that there's a hall, some sort of opening here. There's a door here, a door here, door here. This door right here is open. The other two are closed. When you look up in the room, and it goes 50 feet up in, 50 feet tall ceilings in this room, which is pretty high compared to the rest of the place. You look a little bit left and you can see the hallway that goes off in this direction.
Okay. All right, so I will move back to the party and tell them what I found. Speaking in whispers, because I don't know if anything can hear us. And I don't know if there's anything off of one of these doors or this open hallway.
Okay. Well, I think we can move into there and search the room. Anybody have a problem with that?
No problem.
Looks empty to me.
Okay, I'll go ahead and lead the party into the room, and I'm not searching anything myself. I'm more just scanning the room, looking for anything that may be moving, listening for anything, and I'm going to walk the perimeter of the room, looking through all the hallways and doorways that are open, not messing with the doors that are closed.
Let me put a pin on the map so I don't forget which one is. So that's the one that's open. The other two are shut. Each one of them has a torch sconce beside them. None of them have an active torch in them. Looking down this area. The southeast, you can see that it connects with an area that you had been to previously, or you suspect, with your dwarvish ability to determine depth and direction and that sort of thing. There's a door here that's closed. This right here is, let's see. It looks to be some sort of bed of. There's like a giant pelt over a pile of just like clothing and other kind of soft material that is underneath it. Next to it is a barrel or a tune or something, and some bags and crates of various things. That's what you see.
So it looks like a bed, like somebody made a bed out of these items.
Yeah, and it's pretty big too. Looks like they just piled up a whole bunch of, like anything made of cloth and just kind of threw it underneath it. Some of it's clothes, some of it's like tapestries, other things, and then threw this kind of fur thing over the top, and they were sleeping on it. And it's like 10 by 10. It's pretty big. Actually, it would be a little bigger than 10 by 10. It would be like 15 by 15.
Maybe it's where the giant was sleeping that we killed. This is kind of connected to that area.
That sounds plausible. Hope there's no more. Is the corridor that goes off to the west, is that as high a ceiling as this room?
Yes. Up until a point. The stairs go up, the ceiling stays flat. You can see there's stairs on here?
Yes, I do see.
You can. The only reason you can barely. I mean, honestly, I shouldn't have expanded the view to that door because you probably wouldn't be able to see it because these stairs go up, significant amount. Not as much as it did to get down to this level, but much more than these stairs right there. The ones that are behind you, or to the north.
I'd like to move over and start kind of searching that bed area, see what that's about, see if there's anything significant there.
Well, other than the pelt over the top, the rest of it looks just not worth anything. The pelt over the top looks like some kind of giant soft furred creature. It looks pretty large though, so that'd be kind of heavy. But it looks like, you know, if you took it back to town, maybe you could get some money for it. There is a sack and the tune and some other things next to it. The sack itself looks like it has some like beef jerky or, you know, large chunks of dried, smoked, you know, salted some sort of meat or something.
Mystery meat.
Yeah.
Okay, what's in the big barrel of the tune? Is it like wine or ale or water?
Looks like it probably had some kind of wine in it at some point, but when you you know, open the spigot or whatever, it doesn't. Nothing comes out. It's kind of a couple of drops, some purple liquid.
All right. I'm gonna go down and check the corridor at the southeast corner.
This one, okay. Looking for him.
Just looking down there, you know, it connects on to someplace we've been before that we elected not to look at, I guess.
Right now, it looks like there's nothing there. You don't see any light down at the end. Sitting there for a few moments, listening very intently, you can hear the sound of water every now and then, just very faintly.
James, I suspect that we did not explore this hallway because there were stairs there. We suspected this went to the next level down.
Right.
So,
yeah. I seem to recall that too. All right, I'll move to the door nearby.
Yeah.
And I'll listen at the door. See if I can hear anything on the other side.
Give me a hear noise, please. You do not hear anything. One thing you do notice though is all these doors, this door, that door, and the one you're standing in front of, all look seriously reinforced and very sturdy. They are all have a lock of some sort on them, you know, built into the latch to open it up. You suspect that if you had to try to force your way past them, it would take a serious amount of time to break through the door. So even, you know, just smashing them down, it would take, you know, hours because they're so sturdy.
If they were locked, would they be locked to prevent stuff from the other side coming into this room or the other way?
The lock is on this side.
So if the door was locked, I would not be able to get through it from here. Or the lock activation is on this side and it's keeping stuff on the other side from getting in.
The lock is on this side. So like if you had one of those old-timey locks where you put the key in and you turned it, the key would be on this side, the side you're on.
Okay, got it.
Hopefully you guys can't hear that. Somebody decided to print something. And I think Frankie is here.
Excuse me, I am here. I'm dying, but I'm here.
So Wilson, what did I see down this hallway? You said this door was open.
You look down the hallway and you can see it continues on beyond your infravision. Stairs going down, and you can see, floor beyond that.
Okay.
Again, it's not, a significant drop like when you came into this level or you went up, but it's enough to have a set of stairs, that goes down probably 10-20 feet.
Okay. So Jerath, do we want to try and get through that door down there, or do you want to come explore one of these two hallways that we already have open with the stairs?
So, is this door locked? If I tried to open it, would it open? I'm not opening it. I just want to. I want to know if I can.
Well, you gonna turn the latch?
I'm gonna try. Yeah.
It doesn't move. You suspect it's locked.
Okay. We can do the locked room later. Let's explore these corridors. Grimlock.
All right. You want to go check out this one to the east first?
Yeah, sure. Up the stairs to the top of the stairs.
Down, but okay.
I'm sorry, these are downstairs.
See that it continues on about 20 more feet and then turns to the north.
I'll go and take a look around that corner. Again, moving silently.
You can see that it extends again to the extent of your vision, though you suspect at the very edge you think that it opens up into a larger room, but without moving forward, you won't know for sure.
I'm back.
All right, moving to about there.
Cat ownership, eh?
Yep.
Oh, cat threw up. Yeah, oof, yummy. Alright, so you move up to there. You can see this. You can see there is a table stretching from the south to the north. You can see the tiles look different. Obviously you're using infravision, so it's kind of hard to tell. Although, there may be just enough difference in them with infravision to be able to tell there's some maybe color difference or texture difference or type of stone difference. You can see stuff setting on the table, but you can't tell what it is. But that's what you can see from where you're at.
Okay. I'll go back and report what I see. One turn, 60 or 70 feet, and then into a room with some fancy tiles. It's really hard to tell with infravision. And there's a table with stuff on it. A long, like dining table or meeting table.
Okay. I will lead the party into that room. And I will check the room for anything moving, any threats. Peer down any hallways or open doorways. Make sure nothing's coming at us from those directions.
Move into the room. You can see there's actually another table to your left. You can see on the walls things look like shelves with containers, various sorts, bowls and pitchers and mugs and glasses. The tables themselves have the same things on them, but there's spider webs and dust covering everything in the room. You can see that another passage is on opposite side of where you're at. That far? That's what you can see. There.
Okay. I'll go to the opposite end of the room and peer down that passage.
He's on. That far? You can see that when it gets past about here, it opens up a little more, like the room opens up. The left
Gotcha.
there, but you're not sure. You just know there's more space there.
Do I hear anything down that hallway?
Do not.
Okay.
Chairs around these tables?
Yes, there are. That's what I know. The map quality is kind of terrible, but blame FG. But those are chairs. Those things sticking out.
Are they humanoid-sized chairs?
Yep.
So are they all like neatly pushed in, or are they scattered about
No,
like they left in a
some of 'em-
hurry, or?
Some of them are pulled out. Some of them are, kind of turned over. Some of them have a broken leg and the chair fell over. The dishes and stuff that are on the table, anything that was there that was edible is long since gone. There's, like you can see like the rib cage of something on one of the platters, but everything else is just covered in spider webs, and dust has covered the spider webs. That runs between the platters and the mugs and the pitchers and everything. It doesn't look like anything has been in here in a while.
Could we afford a little bit of light in here? Do you think? Griffin?
Well, I
Or
can tell
anybody
you, Bajarni himself is a piece of the sun. In fact, let me do something real quick so you guys can get an idea of how much light source he emits. Where is that? Light continual, or I'm gonna put that on. See that gray area that just dropped on the map?
Yeah.
Now you can't tell unless you zoom way the fuck out. That's how far and how bright his continual light source is in this map. So when you walk into anywhere he's at, you can just assume that everything is completely well lit.
All right then.
I'm gonna disable that effect so it doesn't cover up the map, but I wanted to do that to show you guys. But yeah, it goes back to. It basically covers a quarter of the side of the map.
Wow. Okay.
60 foot, which is really huge. 60-foot radius.
Are any of the utensils or anything precious, silver or gold or anything like that?
Just glancing over them, you're not really sure. They're all covered in dust and spider webs. If you want to sit and search for them, you can certainly kind of clean each one of them off and look and see if you can find something.
I have a professional eye for that sort of thing.
Just so y'all know, I'm not emanating light like that. I have continual light on my shield.
Yeah, I didn't mean you personally, but something you carry does. Sorry.
Right. I just got that in my head. I'm sorry.
So
I mean, I'm a priest of Palor, so it could just be glowing.
What allows you to have what is that gives you the keen eye for valuables?
I have appraise, and I'm a thief.
Absolutely. I mean, you could appraise gems or well-crafted art, or silver utensils, maybe, or gold utensils,
Yep.
but without sitting here searching through and removing the dust and dirt and spiderwebs, you can't really tell just by looking over them, because you're not really sure, is that silver or is that just some kind of metal, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, if it's tarnished or whatever.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a problem if I spend a couple of minutes looking around?
No, and really everybody should be looking at the shelves and stuff in here and making sure there's nothing of interest on those. No, I think we definitely need to do some searching in this room.
Okay. I'll start with the sideboard on the side of the room that I'm on.
All right. Give me a percentile in the tower, please. All right, so you spend about 10 minutes kind of dusting off and cleaning off the stuff on that shelf, and you don't find anything that looks to be extremely valuable. I mean, to like a farmer or a peasant, they would be, but it's not, worth a significant amount of coin.
Okay, fair enough.
If you took the whole shelf back, you might get, a gold, and it would take like 2 large sacks to carry all the junk.
No, I'm not interested in hard to carry junk.
Gotcha. What do you want to look next? And that took you about 10 minutes.
Okay, the other sideboard, I guess.
All right, give me a percentile in the tower, please. So you spend another... Gotcha. You're fine. Oh, you're right. It's not doing... When you right-click on the percentile dice, are you using the D100 at the top left? There you go. Oh, I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because 7 and 0. All right. So you spend another 10 minutes on that side, kind of cleaning off. You're not cleaning, the entire thing and polishing it up for use, but just enough to where you can kind of get a value judgment on all of it. And it looks to be about the same as the other one.
Okay.
Not a lot of value.
If anybody wants to check the tables, they can, but I don't see anything of value here. I'm kind of giving up on it now.
Anybody else want to check anything else out in here before we move north?
Nah.
Now we should move.
Okay.
These guys missed that almost so much.
Jerath, you want to go check
2
out the
more
hallway
turns,
to the
they'd
north?
have found something.
Moving. I'm gonna check
So
around
keep in
this
mind, keep in mind that Jarny's light source extends well into this area, so you guys could see this, and it kind of disrupts your infravision, but you can see up to here and to here, and thank you for the hopes there, Frankie. So in the distant view, you can see, and right here where you're at to the left of you, Jerath, is a wall. That little area to your left is a wall. The wall ends right here, and it opens up into another section. Up here, you can see these metal armored, maybe statues or something. You're not really sure without getting closer to examining them. When you step around the corner, and it opens up into a room or something over here. Not really sure what it is because you're not looking all the way in. And that actually, that's a wall.
move around and look. This is a.
And his light source goes all the way up. I may as well just do this.
That area is another hallway going around a corner.
Again, I did it. Sorry. What was the question? This is around into some area. Yeah, so Lo resubscribed, and you know what he said? Kill you all.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, Lo. So yeah, this is an opening into something, a hallway or a chamber. What were you asking? What was the circle for?
You said there was a wall there, so is it like
Yeah, this
a
whole
thin
thing is a
wall that go
wall.
around? Okay.
That whole thing is
I
a wall. And I kind of messed it up because of the bill, but maybe that'll help.
screwed up and closed my map, so now I can't see anything.
Just double click on your token in the combat tracker. Should bring it back up. And I would absolutely recommend to just make that map. If you go to the top right of the map, there's two arrows. One, there's an arrow pointing up to like the northeast of the display. Click that so that it's your full background desktop, so you can't just easily close it.
Got it.
All right, what do you want to do?
I'll move down to there and take a look off to the west.
You look into the room and it's inky, dark, black. Can't see anything.
That's unusual.
Yep, it certainly is.
All right, we got something. I'll send word back to Jalaman here. Inky dark blackness over here. Something potentially dangerous or interesting. Or both.
Okay. I'll go up in here into this room and start taking a look at all these statues, just making sure nothing's moving. No threats. Looks like there's a ton of them based on your pictures here.
Looking a little closer, they look like at one point someone was inside them, because you can see through the visor there's like a skull behind them. Some of the arm pieces where the glove, the hand attached to various pieces, you can see bones underneath. So you suspect that each one of them is a skeleton underneath the armor. You can see various shields and banners and that sort of thing hanging on the walls behind them.
So I'll take a look at all the markings on the shields and the banners and sort of use my military history skill to see if I can identify who these dead soldiers may have been affiliated with.
Okay, give me a check and tower, please.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are on this end, where you're looking, they look like they're from Valuna, which is north of here. You guys are familiar with those. Some of them even look like they have the symbol, the heraldry of the Knights of Valuna. Maybe one or two of them. Some of them look to be soldiers, that sort of thing. But that's what you can see on this end of the room. What is Parafel and Borgen doing?
Parafel was just moving up with the party,
Okay.
kind of following.
Borgen's worrying about the inky blackness.
He's looking. I say Parafel's looking towards all that armor.
Okay. Okay. Alright, so Corthane, the same thing. This area to the west, you can tell that the wall is, there's a wall right there, and then it opens up into a larger room, but it's just completely inky black in that area. You can't see.
Yeah, Corthane, you may want to do a detect magic up here where all the statues are. Suits of armor or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna come
See if
up there
there's
and-
anything noteworthy.
All right, yeah, I'll come up there and do that. About right here. And
Thank you for the follow,
there
Prometheus.
we go.
All right, you start. Where do you want to start looking for magic?
Just right over here, I guess, first.
Okay. Going to take you a while to start scanning and moving. I guess you're going to continue on towards the north.
Yeah, I'll like sweep, up this way. Dang it. There we go. As I move in.
Okay. 1 second. What are the rest of you guys doing? Because that's going to take him, about 5 to 10 minutes to just scan each of those things with his detect magic. It's not sort of like instant, flash and everything is revealed. So, Jerath and Garten and Borgin and Bjarni all have time to do something if you'd like.
I would like to move over, peer into that darkness and see either A, if my light from my shield penetrates it, or if my ability to not be deprived of sight helps me out.
Okay. Gonna be right here. Is that where you want to be?
I just moved me like right there where I can peer down that to that opening, right?
The dark area.
The dark area over here.
So you want to be right there?
Yeah, and then looking to the west.
Yep. So, do me a favor. Give me a surprise check in the tower, -2. You're not surprised by 5, which is good because as soon as you come around the corner, it lights up the room from what you can see. Straight down to here at least. And when it does, it reveals these multiple black shapes in there. And up until this point, they hadn't seen anything in the doorway because the thieves made all their moves silently, and I did hide and shadow checks for each one of them. But neither one of them saw or seen. But whenever you step around the corner, you're obviously not stealthy. These black shapes immediately rush forward in your direction, and let me saying so you can see them. Shadowy shapes. I think. All right. With that, I need everybody to roll initiative. Anybody that's not in the room, add 10. Anyone that's not Jerath and Bjarni, add 10 to your initiative. To do that, you'll need to go to that window on the bottom left where it says modifier. Probably says 0. Click on that and type 10. And then roll your initiative.
How do I add 10?
The modifier window on the bottom left, just click it and type 10. And then roll your dice. Yeah, not 3 dice.
Sorry, that was me. Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, that green sort of thing where you have the modifiers down there. There you go. You got it. Alright, so it looks like everybody but Jolliman, who is not actually here. I'm going to do something to Jolliman. I'm going to give him an effect so that I don't have to ask for his initiative. That way he automatically gets his initiative. Ah, so Jerath, I think, is going to be our first person to go, yes? What are you going to do,
Yes.
Jerath?
I am going to wait until something moves up to Barney, and I'm going to try and surprise attack it with the short sword. So I'm going to hold my action until something steps up to Barney, and then I'll make my attack.
So what I'm going to do is give you an initiative of 10. Actually, I'm going to put you at the end of the round. We'll deal with you at the end of the round as well. That way you'll have plenty of things to go after. Alright, Barney, you are next, sir.
Well, I'm going to take a chance here and call upon the Holy Light of Palor and see if I can banish these shadow creatures back from whence they came. Or completely destroy them, whatever
Gonna
happens.
get an amen. Amen.
Amen.
Second. And you are level what as a turn?
Turn one level higher, so I'm level 8.
It's 9.
No, I'm level 7. And I turn one level higher.
So give me a d20.
Big number, man.
In the tower or in the open?
Oh, you can throw it out in the open. So an 11 would get... Yes, so give me 2d6. And you can do that out in the front as well. That is 7. Everything you see in front of you, you hold up your symbol, 4 beams of light shoot out and strike each one of them, and they all recoil and look like they're going to be retreating on their turn. So I guess what I need to do is determine okay. I'm going to add some. Actually, I'll just add, where is... So that is your action.
Does the turn effect and stuff not work anymore? Or?
It does. I just used the old-fashioned method.
Okay.
I'd had some issues with it at one point, and I've just kind of got in the habit of using the... I'm looking at the table when you roll, and then doing all the manual rolls, and then doing the rest of it. So it just was, for that moment, I decided to do that. So the 4 that are in front of you, they can see you all turn and flee, or look like they are. Unfortunately, there is still more in the room, and I need a lot of tokens. And this one. Comes around the corner and moves directly into this position. And you can now see him. Targets Jarny. Attempts to reach out and touch your soul. He misses. Another one comes from around the corner. Moves to there. Does the same thing as last compatriot did. He is going to try to touch you. And misses. This one, he goes over to there, and you can't see him anymore. This one is going here. Can't see him anymore. This one comes from around the corner, and you can see him now. Moves to this position, and again, like his other brothers, is going to try to touch him. Way and Corfane. Doing, sir.
Well, I think I'm still in the middle of detect magic, right?
Yes, the spell is definitely going for sure.
I feel like I could be bothered to deal with this. So for this round, at least, I'm going to continue to try to
Alrighty. We are moving on to another guy that you couldn't see. This one. Moving to there. Any of these suckers are going to be able to hit you. Oh, well, that one definitely did. At 20. I take damages. And you feel a cold grip on your soul. And then we have next Morgan.
Borgin, I think Borgin's close enough he can charge.
Yeah, you certainly are close enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge a shadow.
1 second. Target your enemy and make your single attack. Like a hit. Nine damage. Alright. Our last terrified shadow runs up into the area that you can't see and disappears. Grimlock.
So these shadows, do they look similar to the ones we fought outside the temple multiple times?
No.
Okay. I am going to move down here and swing at Shadow 1.
Whoever drew that circle, can you remove that, please?
I did, and I
Can you not just, like,
tried.
did you draw it with the map tool, or did you just press 2 mice button?
having trouble selecting it.
On the little black dots when you mouse over it. I think I may be able to. Let me see. Okay. So I thought it was just because you can press both mouse button and draw a line. You can do the same thing with circles if you hold Control or Shift and various things. It will draw different shapes. I thought that's what you did to get those to.
I right-clicked and it let me draw and let me select something to draw.
Yeah.
And I selected a circle.
Yeah, those won't go away quickly. But if you draw them by just like I was saying, if you hold both mouse button and then like hold Control, it draws a circle. But if you just click both mouse button again, it'll disappear. So, but like if you just need to do an indicator for me, those are probably the best ones to use. All right, Grimlock, good to go. Single attack, please.
All right.
Like a hit. And the creature turns to black smoke and just kind of dissipates and goes away.
Okay. See you about that.
Brian, I don't know if you have been playing since, but I now advance initiative. It just makes it a little easier. There's no confusion, so when you get done, you don't need to. Just, if I'm not doing it fast enough for you, just say I'm done.
All right. Garton's just going to move up. He can hear the ruckus going on.
Yes, you can.
Moving there. But he's going to watch back from where he came. Just make sure nothing. And that's it.
Okay. And perfect.
He is guarding Orphan while he's going through that spell.
Okay.
Anything approaches him, he'll attack it.
Gotcha. Jerath, you have a shadow in front of you that is intent on Brother Bajarni. Give me... Actually, I'll do it for you. Yes. No, don't need to. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's definitely not paying any attention to you whatsoever.
Okay. Can I do against shadowy undead? I don't know if I can do an assassination.
You can attempt to stab it in the back if you'd like, yeah.
Right.
But I think if you play by the rules, and maybe I'm mixing up first edition here, but that was kind of assuming they had vital organs and that thing.
That's
but
right.
I allow you to get. It's a positional thing. It's not going to be organs and that sort of thing. So.
Okay.
As it is, it kind of stinks blue rogues otherwise.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do your +4s and your attacks, and if you're going to juice up your blade, do all that stuff, and then make your attack.
Okay, I got it. Assassination damage ×4. The defender, I think I pressed the right button. Do I get the situational +4?
Yes, you can do that, but I think you also have a power that's backstab that adds that too. You can do however you want, but that'll work too.
Okay, I think I got it.
Yep, you're good. Make your attack. Not initiative.
20 on the die.
Oh my lord! Yeah, this is definitely roll damage.
It's medium, right?
This is.
Oh yeah!
You just
nice.
immediately.
You vaporized it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. All right. And our next person is Jolly. What's he doing?
Can he move to a spot where he can attack?
He can move where he wants. how, where, and how you want to attack is up to you. Though. That's a wall that's right in front of you. You can't move through that wall.
Oh,
That gray spot. That's a wall. It goes all the way up to here. There. Just start drawing your thing again. There you go. Again, that's a wall there.
it is.
Yes. Now the doorway is this section right here.
My bad.
Yeah, you can move right there if you'd like. It's only 30 feet. Plus moving through your party members would probably put you at 50, which is still half of his move, I believe. Yes, it is. So you can still make a single attack at the end of it. That looks like a hit. Oof, 10 damage. Alright. And now I need everybody to roll for initiative.
No more plus 10, right?
Not right now, no. Yeah, somebody pasted that in and that's why it happened again. Don't roll again.
Sorry.
That wasn't you.
Do you want me to roll for Galaman?
Yes, or no, it doesn't matter. It's going to throw him at the end, no matter what. Unless you guys fight zombies. And then it'll be a hit or miss whether he goes fast. Just waiting on Jerath.
And 5, look at that.
Wow.
Alright, Corthane, are you still using your detect magic?
I am. Unless someone tells me they need me. I'm gonna continue to concentrate on this.
Alrighty. Morgan.
Morgan's gonna move up and try.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice.
Damn, 12 damage. Yep, that took him out.
All right.
Next is Parafel.
Alright, he'll send magic. Bring magic missiles in Shadow 8.
Alrighty. Yeah, that's, you know, turn undead sucks. Just sent half of them running away. Alright, and next is Barton.
Did you see anything coming?
Not from the south, no.
Then he's holding right there.
Alrighty. And so next is going to be yes, sir. Come on. She's been kind of chugging along tonight. I don't know what's going on. Alright, so next is Jerath.
All right. I think my work here is done. I will watch to make sure Borgin doesn't get stabbed in the back or attacked in the back. So I would like to move behind Borgin. And I'll watch behind him.
Okay. You move to there, and this area up here is black. You can't really tell what's up there because the light source from Barney does not light up there.
Doesn't go as far as I move to where I moved. Or it doesn't go.
You can see that. You can't see
Yeah.
that section up there. And there's a
Got
wall
it.
right here. Keep in mind that this whole
Yeah.
thing right there is a wall.
Yeah, so Barney's light basically just goes down the corridor and spreads a little bit, but not much. Got it.
Right. And Grimlock.
All right, I'll move up to here and take a swing at Shadow 8.
Let me get rid of that one so it's easier to see. There we go. Alrighty. Good to go. Single attack, please.
Okay.
Ooh. Killed that one.
That's the end of my turn.
Alright, so... Parafel, give me a surprise -4, please.
Surprise -4.
Oh, you can do it out in the open. Oof, yeah, that's definitely surprised. All right, so this thing comes from around here. This is another one of those arrows like this one, the opening. You're kind of looking down, kind of keeping an eye on what's going to the south, and then looking back at Kara, whatever his name is. This thing comes around the corner. The first thing it sees is you look in the other direction, and it's going to attempt to reach in and pull a piece of your soul out. And it missed. Is Barney. Where's Arnie?
Yeah.
go.
Well, everything's dead down here. Do I see that one that popped up down there, or probably
I don't know.
not?
Where are you looking?
I was looking ahead at the fight, so I don't see that. I was thinking about moving forward to see if my light opens up some more vision in here. So I moved to right there, see what I can see.
Alright, as soon as you move to there, the rest of the room is lit, so I'll go ahead and uncover that. And you see this thing, this one, and this one all kind of cowering around the corner. But with you getting that close to them, the two that are there, they're all just going to move down and immediately attack you because they have nowhere to go. When it's their turn. That's what they're doing. They're moving down. Actually, I'll put them back up. But they look like they're going to swarm at you.
Could I swing at one of them since I see them there?
Yeah, I'll let you swing at the closest one. Number 5. Look at that. Alright, 4 damage. And then now this guy, I think let's go. Yeah, this one's gonna move here. Target you. Try to get this moving. Probably gonna miss. Oh, is that a hit? That's a hit. Nice, you can hit. And then next. Wow. Come on, fantasy rounds. What is going on? Alright. Move. Oh, God. I don't know what's going on tonight. Taking forever. Let me move it back. Another one comes out of that room and moves right in front of Corathane. Doesn't have any action enough. Doesn't have enough action to do anything, but it gets there, positions itself. Now this one, on the other hand, moves to here, can attack, and does attack. That's going to be a miss. This one moves to here. And is targeting Barney. And misses. That one floats out of the room, moves around, it gets to there, can't do anything, doesn't have enough move left. And this one... some of this you guys can't see, so... Alright, so number 4 is going to attack Barney. Miss. And this one is going to move to there. Does have enough left over to make an attack at the end of it, and he's going to do so against Corathane. And looks like he missed. Jalaman, last to go.
Jalaman will swing after Shadow 3.
Go for it. Is that enough shadows for you, Lo? There's 16 total in that area. That is a hit, sir. Ouch, 10 damage. Right. Well, initiative, please. Kind of wish they'd hurry up and kill him because this battle sound is just really grating on my nerves. I may change it because this is just. Alright, that was getting on my nerves. Alright guys, that was getting on my nerves, so I changed it. Looks like everybody has rolled. And Jerath is going to be the guy that goes first again.
Okay, I will attack Shadow 3.
Fireworks are starting.
Oh, they've been going on here for a while.
That is a hit. Wow, max damage.
Nice.
Wow, and you took him out immediately. Alright. Take him off the map as he evaporates in a cloud of black smoke. Poor thing.
Alright, so it doesn't say like how far I can move when tumbling. Do you have a set rule for that?
Third of your move.
Third? Alright, so I'm gonna do a cartwheel over here. Hopefully I don't bumble this up. Check. I want. Oh, nice.
That is your action. Do the. You're gonna need to add a 1-round effect to do your thing. There you go.
Yep, it's on there.
Alrighty. And Bjarni.
I'm gonna smack number 5 again, or try to.
Alrighty. That's a hit. Oh, doesn't take him out. Shadow number 14 is going to continue to unload on Paraphil. And miss again. Barton. These shadows
Barton.
everywhere.
He is going to move up to there and attack shadow number 16.
Here we go. That's a miss.
That's just absolutely horrid.
That is the best roll you could have made on your turn back.
Yeah, but he hit you with his dagger.
You moved. You only get one attack.
Oh, that's true. Come on, man. Throw me a bone.
Well, didn't you mean to attack with your dagger anyway as your single attack? The short sword attack was an error, right? It was the dagger attack that you meant to use.
So another shadow comes out of that cubby over here that you guys are not around. Runs and fills position of where Corthane was and immediately swoops in to make an attack on the halfling. And he rolls a 1 too. Look at that. Fair is fair. And we've got another shadow that's coming out of that room. He is moving to here. Out of the way. And he moves here. Same thing. He's going to make an attack. And he hit. Oh, that hits. Take some damage. It's cold. Feel weak. Morgan.
Morgan's gonna step up and swing at Shadowfall.
Go for it. That looks like a hit. Yep. Not enough. Not enough. Does look like he's teetering on the edge of being sent back to the ether. Let's see. This guy is right next to Garten, so he's going to attack Garten. Ooh, 10. Wow, your AC must be low. He hits you with cold damage, and you feel the weakening effect. But this other one. Move to here. Here. To there. And he's going to target. He really wanted to take a bite of a poor thing, so he's going to try to. 19 hits. Wow, sorry, sneezing my head off here. For 2 cold damage, and you feel the weakening effect seep into your bones. That sneeze made me dizzy. This guy... Man, these guys just have to move through their... Oh, he's just gonna move to there, get the first target he can. What's this, Garten? Poor Garten. Yeah, woo, he rolled a 4, he missed. Alright, Grimlock.
Okay, so have I heard anything to the north? Anything to indicate that there's a conflict, another fight going on up there?
Well, they are pretty much the creatures themselves. They don't make racket, and when you hit them, they don't make noise. And when they hit you, they don't make noise. I mean, if the party member, you know, makes a racket or says something when they attack,
yeah.
But nobody's said that they've said anything. So
in that case, I'm moving into this room, and I'm gonna attempt to dispatch the shadows here.
Okay.
There.
Alright.
And take a swing at Shadow 6.
I know you guys watching. How would you have done that? I mean, would they know that there was a fight going on up there if he was intently looking the other direction and when he's fighting shadows that aren't wearing armor, that kind of stuff, without the other party members saying anything? Alright. And next is shadow number 5. Just targeting Barney. None of these guys are going to hit Barney. Nope. Barney is well armored. Paraphil! You and your party are surrounded by people. Shadows. What are you going to do?
He's got one to attack right there in the north.
Yes, he does. That looks like a hit. Yep. Ooh, max damage too. Oh! That 20! Awesome. Ooh, nice damage. Look at that.
Yeah. Alright, that's all he can do.
Alright.
We need to get you a magic weapon, dude.
Yeah.
Battle number 12. Needs to reposition himself. He's going to move to there, keep his target, which is Orthane. And miss. Last but not least is our last shadow. Peeks around the corner, targets Paraphil, and makes an attack. Misses. Shadow number 4 is going to continue working on Jarny. Ooh, got me hit. Yes, it did. He gets cold. And weak. Huh. That's weird. Every time I put an effect on Bajarni, it takes a while. Still waiting. I wonder if it's because of...
There it is.
Yeah, it came back. It just, it's kind of flipping back and forth because you're getting weaker and you're getting encumbered. I need to look at some... Let's see. Let's go and move. Get rid of this. See if that makes a difference. Right. And shadow number 6 is going to change targets to Grimlock. Is that it? It is. Take 2 damage and feel weak. Lastly, gentlemen.
We'll swing at shadow number 4.
That is a hit, sir. Alright. Roll initiative. I think the sound triggered before it actually was ready to do that.
I think it did too.
Yeah, I'm having some latency with some things, and I'm not sure if it's me or my connection or fantasy rounds or what.
So did you get Paraphil or not?
Paraphil and Bajarni are the only 2 that haven't rolled on my end.
Yeah, because I acted like I didn't when I threw it over there.
Alright, looks like we're good. Grimlock, you get to go first.
All right. I am going to swing at this dude.
Ooh, that's a hit.
I'm gonna hit that dude.
I think so.
Oh, I swung the wrong weapon too. Anyway, the axe would hit too.
Yep.
As long as I roll the right damage. There we go.
Oh! Yeah.
My second attack, I'll launch into Shadow 5.
Oh, that's gonna kill it. Yep.
That's it for me.
9 damage rolled. 16 total. Dude. And next is who? Morgan.
Swing at shadow 4.
For it. That is a hit. Guys have terrible AC.
Hey.
Oh, another dead. You guys are cleaning them up though. This guy is up here. He's targeting. Barton? Next is Jerath.
Okay, I'm gonna move. To
I
there.
can't believe none of you have hollered out to your party. I mean, all three
Yeah,
of us,
I-
not
I
a single
kinda
one of you.
towards that.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna move to there, and
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna attack Shadow 15.
All right. Go for it. Oh, that's it. Yep. Nice. All right. Next
I'm enough
is
to finish him off.
Orthane. You were casting a spell. Go ahead and do that.
Mirror, yep, mirror image.
Cast it and throw the effect on yourself. Got 5 images. Nice.
Alright, there we go.
Just in time for Barton. Get attacked again. Oof, 18. Man, why do they roll so good on him, and they don't even need to roll good on Garden?
No, because he.
AC is pretty low. They're all rolling 18s, and the guys in the other room are rolling at 6s. Alright, Marnie. Jarny.
Alrighty. Can I
Let me give you a description of this room before you guys move out, because you
Okay.
can certainly see it with your light source. The walls, the floors, and the ceiling of this room are dull black stone. There are heavy velvet hangings of ebony all along the walls. The torch brackets are blackish metal. The couches, chairs are made of black wood. Everything in here kind of looks like it's in good condition, although it's covered in dust and webs like the other room. Let's see. There is a large black cabinet. It's that giant thing there. So that's what you can see in the room immediately. Now you can do what you want to do.
Okay. I was going to try to step back where I can see what's happening up north there, maybe, and do something about it.
Alrighty.
Move to there.
Alrighty, that's about 30 feet because you're moving through your party. Anything else?
If I can try to use my holy symbol again and see if I can blast these dudes.
You could next round. You can continue
Okay.
to move. I will let you continue. Like if you wanted, since you move 30 feet. If you move, what's your move base right now?
I think it's 9 right now.
Yeah, your move is 9. So what is that? 40 feet? Half. As long as you don't move more than half your move, you can make an attack at the end of it. So you move 30. So if you can move 10 more feet and make an attack. Otherwise, you'll need to wait until next round.
So yeah, there's 15 more right there, and then I can hit that one shadow.
So what I said is this right here is actually 30 feet because you're moving through your own party. It does take double to move
Right.
through them,
Right.
but that would 30 plus 15 is 45.
45. Right. That's half of 90, right?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking 40, so 45 is good. 4.5. You're good then. Go for it. Remember my math skills. Can't do numbers in my head. Oh, miss.
Miss.
Alright, number 15 is going to change targets because Jerath stabbed him in the back. Ish. Misses. This one is going to continue attacking poor thing. Alright, attack struck shimmering images, so I didn't get to do anything. Did eat one of them. Hopefully, Parafel, here we go.
Oh, he's figured out he's just going to swing his short sword, so he's going to attack that one right in front of him again.
Alrighty, go for it. That is a hit. 5 damage. Nice.
That's it.
Alrighty. Next is Barton. Rounded almost. Seriously weakened.
Yeah, he's going to swing it. He had 16 targeted. He'll stay with him.
Okay, go for it. Oh, a 1 again! That's 2 in one night, man!
He can't hit with that short sword for nothing.
You need to pick a new god. Oh. Okay, that's better.
It's like a non-magical weapon, so it's...
Indeed, it doesn't seem to have any effect. It passes right through the creature. Shadow number 9 is going to switch to Parafel from Garden. It looks like, and that is a miss. Number 13 is going to stick with Garden and roll a 1. Oh my lord, the 1s are a real thing tonight. 10 is going to continue swinging at Parafel. Missing. And this one is going to hit at Parafel as well and miss. Wow. And Jolliman.
Jolliman's going to move up and attack Shadow 12.
Go for it. That's a miss.
Oh.
Alright, next round. Oh, wait, before you roll. I don't know what it is. There is something going on tonight. I've got to figure out what's going on. Wait until I give you the heads up. Because the sound played, but yeah, see, it didn't take any of your rolls. Ah, now you can roll. I think it's because all the strength effects stuff is kind of mucking around.
Stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why it would be so difficult, but maybe I need to look at changing
all
it.
the strength effects from all of us? Maybe that'll speed things up.
It might, yeah. Certainly would think it would. Wait on Barney. Alright, looks like everybody's rolling. And once again, Jerath is going first tonight.
Ooh. I will attack Shadow 15 again.
Go for it.
Different amount of defense this time.
That's it.
All right.
Alrighty.
Still not enough to take it down.
No, sir. Garden.
Ooh, he rolled an 8 that time.
Not bad. Fourth thing.
Alright, I'm actually going to attack this round. So I'm going to stab Shadow 15 since he's been attacked a couple times.
Alrighty.
Get him out of there. Nice.
That is a hit.
Wrecked. Get wrecked.
Oh,
Nice.
yep, you did.
Yeah, way to go.
Alright, that's it.
And Barney is going to be next.
All right, I'd like to call upon the holy light of Pelor. Banish these shadows from our sight.
If you want to target them, and don't target 10 because you can't see 10, but you can target all the rest of them.
Gotcha.
If you want to use the turn on dead and see if it works.
Nat 20, eh? Vaporize him. Come on, man.
I don't think he's high enough to vaporize him.
Oh.
You turn 2 of them. Alrighty. Good job. Let's see, he is not turned though, so he is going to continue to eat at the soul of Garden. Alright, and Parafel, you are next.
And misses.
No! And that's it, right? Okay. Alright, I'm connecting with another guy just so I can kind of see some things that are going on from a client side while we're playing. That thing that connected and I'll move it. Come on, baby. Give me Christmas. Borgen.
Morgan's gonna move up and attack Shadow 13.
Good move. So do me a favor. Don't just move through walls. Grab the thing and move it to where you where you want to move. When you stop the movement, there'll be a little grabber on the end of it, and you can move that. There you go. Oh, that's a 2. That's a miss. And number 10 is going to attack Perfect. Is that it? Oh, even with a 15 he misses. Grimlock, everybody's left you. Nobody's left around.
And it's getting dark in here now.
Yeah, it is. Well, you have infravision, so yeah. But you can see light over here for sure, because you're a piece of the sun, buddy.
Hate moving through people, man. This shit don't work.
No, it's kind of
So
a pain in the
I'm
ass.
moving through the wall. Sorry.
Yeah, it's about 40 feet, yeah. I just added an extra 5, so 40 feet.
Yeah, and that is my move is 3. So that was like.
Oh, that definitely not a attack at the end. You are running.
Yeah, I'm done. Yep.
Your movement is 3? Are you like overloaded or something?
I'm assuming it's because of all the strength impairment effects
Yeah.
and the level drain that you did. My character's very drained at this point. It's like a shell of a dwarf.
Right.
I don't know how all the mechanics of that work, but I'm assuming that's what it is.
Nope. You just have a lot of heavy gear on. Alright, I'm just gonna go through this. This guy's gonna miss.
Isn't he wearing gauntlets of ogre power?
Yeah, but they don't. But I guess the drain is more powerful than that.
That one missed. This one is going to change targets. Attack Borgen. That is a hit. You take cold damage and you feel weak. Weak. What is this guy gonna do? He's gonna keep attacking core thing because he's just like sees a whole bunch of them. Missed anyways. Solomon.
Solomon will swing it. Shadow 12.
Go for it. Oh, got you hit with a 5. Wow, their AC is terrible. God. All right, that is a hit. Yeah. All right, now then, give it a few seconds. I'll tell you when. When you see all the encumbrance stuff roll through, then you'll be able to go. I got to figure out a way to tweak that. Alright, now you go. Waiting on Corte. And he gets to go first.
Alright. Stab Shadow 12. Or is it 12?
Yep.
Oh, bueno. Alright.
Oh, missed him by 1. Missed him by 1. Alright, let's see if we can get Barney.
I want to smack Shadow 12 as well, baby.
Give it a hit swing. You know, I made some attacks with some shadows that shouldn't have, but I don't remember. I doubt they hit, but I'm removing them from combat because I just realized I missed those effects whenever I was doing the attacks. And he retreated defensively, which means you don't get a attack of opportunity against him when he did that. The one that ran away that was right next to Grimlock and Oregon and Jerath. Did I skip you, or did you do your thing? Sorry, Sharni. You did your thing?
I'm done, yeah.
Okay, sorry, yeah. I didn't hear you say you were done, and I was moving shadows that should have been moved last round, so missed it. Alright, that guy ran. Alright, Jerath.
Okay, I am going to attack. Actually, I'm going to have to move and attack. I'm going to move to there and attack Shadow 11.
Doing that is going to allow Shadow number 12 to swing at you. Unless you fall back defensively, which means you will not get to attack at the end.
I didn't see him there, so I'll attack him instead.
Go for it. Sometimes the attack of opportunity stuff, which wasn't called that back in the AD&D days, it's just kind of annoying. I don't know whether I want to keep, I use it, but it's, I don't know, it's annoying. That is a hit, sir. Or, your hit, wow, you took him out too. Your hit rate tonight is much better than normal.
It's fantastic, and I'm kind of enjoying the ride.
Yeah, doing pretty good. All right, Borgin.
Oregon will swing at Shadow 11.
That looks like a hit. Seven damage. 13 is going to continue to haul ass out of This one is still going to keep trying to chew on Garten. He really likes him for some reason. Because he's tasty. Perfect.
Alright, I guess that one ran away, right?
It did, yes.
Shadow 9.
He was turned by your cleric.
Oops, grabbed the wrong button.
Damages. Oh, 8 hits, yes. Wow, you just hit. Next. Ready? And Grimlock.
All right. We'll move up and attack Shadow 11.
That's gonna hit, yeah. With AC 7, yeah. I don't think you can miss unless you roll a 1. They're gonna kill it? Oh, it did.
That's it for me.
Nice. Come on, go away. Number 9. Back in Parafel. This 15 is attacking Barton again. Hits. Barton is not going to be able to move.
He's already at 3.
Yeah, just talk to Corthane. He was at 1 last week.
Yeah, and they fought a roper. It drained him like 3 times. All right, Garten, here go.
There's still that shadow right there.
Yep, you got 2 in front of you.
He hits.
Yes. You see 2, yeah. 3 damages. Alrighty. Number 10 is still going after Parafel. Why? I don't know, because he hasn't hit him yet. Got him.
Tell him to move there
Yeah.
and attack. Shadow 16.
Oh, that's a hit.
Kill it.
All you guys are rolling pretty good tonight, except for Garten. Garten just had the shit dice tonight. I kill it. All right. Again, wait for the encumbrance stuff to pop up, and you can roll initiative. I guess what I need to do is figure out a way to disable encumbrance checks and initiative, or just figure out a way to do it differently. I don't know what's going on. Ah, you guys can roll.
Weird lag.
Yeah, it gave the encumbered stuff all popped up. Now it's just kind of sitting there. I don't know what's going on. Again, I don't know if it's me, my connection, or what tonight. Has my voice been okay on Discord tonight?
Yeah,
just
pristine.
Yeah, you sound fair.
Alright, well, now I'll let you go, I guess. Get people rolling. You guys should be able to roll now.
I showed just about everybody.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Everybody's rolled. Yeah, Garten already
Still
rolled.
still real laggy.
Alright, Jerath. Once again tonight, you are number 1.
Wow. I'm going to move to that spot and then up to, I guess here is as far as I can get without moving through his area of control. And I'll attack Shadow 16.
Alright. That's it. Oof. Oh, we killed it again. Killed another one in tonight. Alright. Next is shadow number 10. Gonna make one last swipe. Careful. Oh! Finally! And the only way he's gonna hit is the nat 20. Alright, and Borgin.
We're gonna move up there and swing at Shadow 9.
Alright. Is a hit. You guys are hitting machines. Alright, and Grimlock.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out the best way to proceed here. So I guess I'll try and get up to here. Can I do that?
If you... yeah, sure.
Okay, but that was 15 feet, and
Yes.
my move is 3. So do you want to give me a swing or no? Since
that
I was
half your
moving through
move?
the party. Yeah, but I was moving through the party, and you
Oh,
put attacks
yeah.
on there.
Yeah, no, so it would be more than 15. So now
Okay.
it would be more than half. So.
That's the end of my turn.
14.
I think I rolled. Yeah, so I rolled to tumble. So I'm gonna push off the wall here
Give him some-
and
Sorry.
try to flip over the top of the parapel.
Put him in here. Hold on a sec. Put him in here. Sorry, dog's going crazy with the fireworks. I
That's
just
okay.
told him to put him in here. I missed what you said. Sorry, go for it.
That's fine. So I'm gonna push off the wall and like Jackie Chan my ass over the top of the parapel here, and try to land right there.
You want to tumble through parapel?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's the plan.
All right, give me a roll.
See if it actually works. Okay, it's
Ah, you made it.
Alright. Land right here.
You slipped between him and did your stylish move, add your
Right.
effect, and that's where you're at for next round. Next is going to be Bjarni. Yeah, there was a
Still enough
total
to
of
cast my 50
16
ranged
of them.
heal.
A little ridiculous, but one of you does that kind of stuff. All right, go for
Word
it.
of light healing. So here we
Yep.
go.
Did you change the heal amount on it to the right way? The median value and all that jazz?
I don't know.
Then probably not, would be my guess. Looking at the spell, where is it?
I mean, it's a D4 plus my level, up to level 10. It said so.
Right, the plus
guess-
your level piece doesn't matter, it's the D4, so you'd need to be a... What is that, a 1d1 plus 1? That seems kind of stupid. you need. It needs to roll at least a 2. So, what level is that spell? I don't see it.
It's a 3rd level. It's a house rule one you gave me.
Yeah, I'm looking in your list. There it is. (1d3 + 1) would be median. So let me do that. There you go. That should do it.
Right. That's it.
Damn, that double heal, man. Woof! Alright, yes, you won't healed him. Alrighty. Parafel is next.
Alright. He still has a target there.
Yep, he does, and he hit it. For 3. Woohoo! Garten is next.
And he's going to attack Shadow Knight as well. And miss.
This is a miss. Yep. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
He knows swinging with the dagger is not going to do anything.
Oh wow, look at that. 19. Parafel's getting hit twice. And lastly, John.
Gollum will swing at Shadow 9.
Excellent. Oh, took out another one. Alrighty, so that was the last one. Ready to roll initiative, please. Oh, wait. Still waiting, by the way. I think you can go. Yeah, you should be good now. Oh my god. Alright, looks like everybody has rolled. First guy to go is this shadow thing. And it slips into the shadows over here. What it does, it vanishes as soon as it steps around moves defensively around the corner. And it disappears. Alright, Grimlock, what are you doing? The last one seemed to have fled around the corner.
Yep, I'll give chase, but I don't move very fast. So I'll go ahead and move this way. And what can I see? Can I see anything? Is it inky blackness in there?
That. There is an opening that opens to the west. But what we're going to do is we are going to pause it there, and we are going to take a Alrighty. Sorry. We are back, and last round you guys had zipped around the corner to see what was on the other side, and we left it at that. You could see a short little hallway, and then opens up into either another hallway or a chamber or something over there. You guys want to do?
We're out of combat now, you said? Because
No
we were
initiative,
kind of in the
yeah.
middle of my turn.
No initiative.
Roll initiative.
I said no initiative.
Oh, okay, got it.
Well, none of us are
Alright.
going to be moving. Well, some of us are not going to be moving very fast.
Well, we might want to kind of chill out here and maybe examine this statue room some more and wait for these drain effects to wear off, assuming they do. I mean, when we've fought similar undead, and the DM said that these did not look the same as the ones we fought, but we did fight undead up on the top, near the temple multiple times, and they had that same cold, chilling effect. And I believe the drain that resulted from that was only temporary. So it may behoove us just to kind of search this statue area and for a while and kind of see if these drain effects wear off.
I wonder if these are the spirits from the armor, or the folks that wore the armor.
Could be.
Alright, well, do we think it's safe for me to come over here and try looking at these statues again?
Yeah, I'll stay where I'm at and watch down the hallway and make sure nothing comes at us.
And we'll try this again. I'll cast another detect magic.
And I'll also tell Bjarni about what that room looked like down below and how there was a black cabinet in there, and that may be something he wants to go check out.
Somebody that it won't take them a half hour to walk back down there.
Just FYI, Bajarni's the one that got the description. He was in the room when he saw that, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah. I saw that, but I don't really want to leave the party. Just don't want to separate like that until we're ready to go down there as a group, maybe.
Okay.
I'm gonna move up here so I can put my light down there too, where you can see if there's blackness. I don't know. Was there blackness still down there, or just they slipped around the corner and disappeared?
They slipped around the corner and disappeared, and I'm not chasing them right now.
Gotcha. So I'll just hold here.
Around. So yeah, it would only take like 4 rounds to scan that whole area on that end. So you scan the room, and nothing in there radiates magic except for on the far back wall there's a shield. That one gives off a faint aura.
my way over here through all of the statues. Examine the shield. Let's see here. Can I?
It's like everything else in this room. It is covered in spider webs and dust. But you can see it's got the same symbol that's been on various other shields that you guys have seen from, or that at least Grimlock has told you was from Valuna.
Okay. Let's see. I'll alert the party. We have a magic shield over here.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not gonna move for right now. I'll tell you all, if you bring it over here, I'll take a look at it. But I want to.
All right. I'm feeling pretty brave, so I'll dust off the spider webs and pull it, or see if I can pull it from the statue.
Okay, you dust off the spider webs, and when you do, you kind of bump it, and it just breaks off the wall. Whatever mounting mechanism was on the back detaches, and the thing hits the floor and crashes with a loud noise.
Oh man. Look around, make sure nothing's coming, and then pick the shield up and come over here quickly. Who was it that wanted to see it? I forgot.
You could bring it to me, Grimlock.
Alright,
I'll take a look at it.
there you go.
So when he hands me the shield, I'll kind of nudge Paraphil and I'll say, "Hey, keep an eye down that corridor," and I'll take a look at the shield, and I want to see if the symbols markings on there, if I notice any difference between it and the shields that I've already looked at on the ground, or whether it looks the exact same. Since he's telling me this one in particular is magical, I'm looking for some significance in the markings that may indicate that this one had a special owner.
There is not, but there is but it's the symbol of Valuna. They're sort of sign. I want to say banner, but it's not banner. It's something else. But that's
Okay.
what's on it.
Yeah, I'll tell him that, I don't see anything significant with regards to, historical aspects. This is definitely belonged to, somebody who served the Valunians and, or whatever you call them. And but if you're saying it's magical, it's probably worth, doing an Arcana check on it and seeing if you can discern the nature of the magic on there. And I'll hand it back to him and continue my sentry duty looking down south.
All right, well I'll have to put it away for now. I don't have any spells ready to identify this.
Arcana is a skill check, though.
Well, there's spellcraft that I have.
That's what I mean.
There is what I was trying to think of is the arms of Valuna, or yeah.
All right.
Crest.
Can I make a spellcraft check to see if I know anything extra about the shield?
There is no such thing as an Arcana check. There is a spellcraft check.
That's what I asked. Spellcraft, yeah.
You can make a spellcraft check in the tower, please.
Alrighty.
As you look over it. The shield has some kind of defensive magics on it. Not exactly sure the full extent of what those are, but
okay.
That is your assumption.
As one would suspect, the shield has defensive magics. I believe this is a shield of shielding.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. That'll be 10 gold, please, for my assessment of this item.
All right, just go ahead and throw it in the party Oh, it's already there. Okay.
I'm just kidding. All right.
All right. What about those figures on the east wall? Did you check those? I mean, those were the ones you were checking initially. Was there anything magic on that wall?
I don't think I noticed anything because of all the ruckus, right?
There was, you searched the whole room, and the only one,
Yeah.
that's what I said. The only magic was that.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Nope. It's not diddly in here other than this shield and a bunch of non-interesting statues.
Rusty armor with a bunch of bones inside of them.
Oh, nice. So they got people on them.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
So that room to the south that we saw the chest in, there were tapestries on the wall. So unless they could be hiding maybe a door, I don't know, but I don't think I saw any other exits.
There was a cabinet down there.
Yeah, there's a cabinet and some furniture, and then all those tapestries.
Yep. We can go down to that room and check it out together, since we've checked out this room. I'm hesitant to leave this hallway here, though, since we saw these shadows retreat. Maybe Paraphil and I can continue our sentry duty of this hallway while the rest of you go check out that room.
Sounds
Guard-
like a plan. Some
Just
Hey,
make
Garden.
sure
Gonna
make
take
sure
guard
if you
before
see
company
anything that
gathers.
you
call out if you see something.
yes that
If you see something, say something.
yes, that's what I tell everybody. Just if you see something, just holler. I'll be right there.
Be right there is relative at this right now, although.
Move down to here, Mike, to light that back up again to see that into that room.
Gotcha.
Who took the magic shield?
I put it in my sack. Does someone else want to carry it? Because it's pretty heavy.
No. You can put it on me. I'll carry it.
Oh, all right, sweet.
right
I
now.
don't want to carry this bulky ass thing. All right, it's
Yep.
back in the inventory there.
It might interfere with his spectacular tumbling
That's right.
performances.
How is it? How else is he needs a shield so he can go sliding down the steps like.
Yeah, how are you gonna be Legolas without this? Without that?
I'm not Legolas. That guy's fake.
Right. Well, your light source definitely lights it up. Looks the same as it did when I described it last time.
Okay. Well, when everybody else gets kind of down here, we'll move in there to kind of search. You search that cabinet, look behind these tapestries, that kind of thing. It's the cabinet over here against this back wall.
Mm-hmm.
One of you roguish types come over here and look at this thing, make sure it's not going to blow up in our face.
Yeah, I'll come. I'll inspect this thing for traps. Where's my traps? There it is.
Thank you. You don't see any.
You know what? It looks pretty safe. I'm just gonna go look at something over here real quick.
I'll open it up.
Open it up, and inside you can see there are scrolls and books and jars and other containers in there. Hanging on one of the door you opened up, there's 3 hooks. On each one of them is a looks like a long string of black, maybe pearls or something. 3 of those. Setting in the bottom in a small box is a glass vial of looks like a brown liquid.
All right, I think we should take it all. Scrolls for sure, the necklaces, and then the vial thing for sure.
Yeah, I can definitely hold on to those scrolls for you.
You could do a detect magic on all that too.
Oh my goodness. How many detect magics I got left? I've like eaten through. I got one left. I've eaten through 5 already. Man.
Got one.
I think I'm gonna hold on to this one. If we find more things, we can
Yeah.
collect it up, and I'll do a check later. But
Yeah, I say
Well, we may
just
have other people in
put
the
it
party
with-
that have detect magic besides you. The clerics can do that too.
Well, I can't do it right away. I can tell you that.
Gotcha.
So you said each one of those hooks has what looks like some black pearl like necklaces, or
Yep. It's like
Yeah, I'll-
3
I'll-
black pearl necklaces.
okay, take those, and like I said, that vial of liquid is. You said it's in a little box, like a protective box.
It's just setting in a box. There's no lid or anything. When you grab a hold of the first set of what you think are pearls, they kind of are soft in your hand, and you look down, and you've got black on either your gauntlet or your gloves or whatever.
oh, that's not good.
Ew, I won't get the rest of them. Then I'll like look for something to wipe it off on that's not my clothing.
Step away. It's not my clothing.
Yeah, so there's a handy wizard right here. Let's wipe it off on him. I'm gonna try to wipe it off on like the side of the cabinet or something. See if it wipes back off of me.
Yeah, you can get some of it off. It doesn't completely come off, but you get most, a lot of it, the bulk of it, you're able to wipe off. It's like, you get, some kind of, you accidentally reach down to pick up dog shit. You can wipe some of it off, but you don't get it all off. So you wash your hands.
So is it kind of like soot?
No, it's sticky, gummy, gooey, yucky.
Oh, gotcha.
It's amazing how you can freak these guys out just by doing something
So
like
it's
that.
like dog shit.
It's just wax, black wax. It feels kind of like sticky, gummy, weird, waxy.
Does it smell?
No.
Kind of sniff it. No smell.
You gonna taste it now?
No. I was just gonna see maybe it smelled like tar or something. If it might light on fire, but
Nope.
no, I'll leave that bead in and get that bottle, and that's about it. I guess you got the scrolls, right?
Yeah, I'll take all the scrolls. I don't know how I feel about shitty pearls.
Yeah, we can leave the dog shit necklaces on the wall there. That's fine.
Ready? 1 second. Hey, sheet.
You could always just take the dog shit necklaces and put them in a box and then throw them in the pack. You never know, man. They may be something valuable. Something healing. Did you do any sort of do you want to do like any sort of like, I don't know, alchemy check or anything like that, a healing check, maybe see if they have some healing properties?
I got none of that.
Yeah, but Bjarne does.
Ah.
I don't know. I guess I can do like a herbalism. I think I've got, or healing, but that's not really going to probably help. But
Whatever you want.
Yeah, I
whatever
think-
you feel would be useful for you. I'm not going to suggest one or the other.
herbalism, yeah, herbalism I think would be best because this is organic stuff. So see if it maybe triggers a memory or something. I don't know.
All right. Give me a check.
And the tower.
Sir. You don't know of anything related to herbalism to these, other than the substance feels like wax a little. Use wax in various things to solstices and stuff like that. You'd be familiar with that, but that's kind of the viscosity and, but it's black.
Can I make a religion check?
Or what?
These are like related to some kind of religious ceremony, maybe, but not
Okay,
necessarily
sure.
a good ceremony, obviously.
Check. As far as you can tell, they're not related to anything you are familiar with as far as a religious ceremony.
All right, I have no idea. I say leave him hanging.
Mark pulls out. We got a white robe from way back. He'll pull that out of his backpack. We'll go over there and use that and wrap them up and put them back in a sack. Carry them out of here. We'll figure out what they are later.
Alrighty. 1 second.
And the sack, he's got spare sacks, so he just uses one of those spares and puts that in the robe in there.
Alrighty. Good. It's in the part sheet. Do whatever you need to with it.
All right.
And that's all that looks to be of value in the cabinet.
Okay. I'd like to just kind of peek behind these curtains and see if there's a door hiding anywhere, like it's just concealed behind a curtain, easy to see.
Okay. Give me a save versus spells in the tower, please.
Now you've done it.
Wah, wah. Okay, so you start looking behind each one of them, and on the fourth one, you pull it back and you look and solid wall behind it, but you just can't contain a massive sneeze, and you just let it loose, and you do like 2 follow-ups immediately after that. All the dust that's coming off of these.
Gotcha.
But you look behind each one, sneeze a couple more times, but there's nothing behind any of them.
All right.
Awesome.
I'm satisfied that this is empty.
So do we feel our strength coming back at all yet?
Oh, yeah. Well, what are you gentlemen doing?
I'm going to let the guys know I think we're done in this room and move back up here where Grimlock is and maybe move down the way those shadows fled.
Okay.
I'm going to take a peek around the corner where that corridor goes off. Here on the west side, the bottom west side, near where my character is.
You put yourself where you want to be. Around that corner.
Peeking around the corner.
The unidentified items, is that the scrolls?
Could be. Don't know off the top of my head. This one has red colored tiles on the floor. The walls and the ceiling are like a darker shade of red as well. There are couches and chairs, and each one of those looks to be covered with some kind of a red, like velvety, almost maroonish colored material.
Does this area look dusty and unoccupied, or?
Oh, it's all spiderwebbed and dusty like everywhere else. Everything is covered. You can tell that there's more room, but you're just peeking around the corner, and that's all you can see.
Do you think this place was maybe like a guard post from when it was being occupied after the first time this place got cleaned out? I mean, this temple's been cleaned out once before, right?
Yeah, and I'd say that could potentially, based on all the military, shields and coat of arms I saw up there, I'd say that could be pretty accurate. Maybe this was some sort of barracks at some point.
Definitely looks like some kind of community area for something. Certainly.
All right, I'm going to step inside and take a look.
And has grown some balls. Alright, you look around the corner, and the rest of the room has more tables and chairs and more spider webs, more dust. But there's a round table in the middle that's broken. There's another one in the west. Looks like it's not falling apart like this one did. Let's see. And they really just like to talk up furniture in here. You can see some dust-covered serving dishes and stuff on top of the round one.
Looks like a lounge. Nothing remarkable that I can see.
I'll go in the room and take a look around in there. See if I can see where those shadows went to.
You see no exits. You no shadows either.
Okay, come on in, guys. Let's inspect this room a little closer.
Morgan's gonna check out, see if there's anything on this table.
It does have some kind of serving set, a pitcher and a plate and some glasses. But it's covered in dust and webs. Bowl as well. What want to do? Clean it off? See what? Pick it up and clean it up and see what it looks like.
No, I don't care about it.
All the rest of the furniture looks to be as I described earlier, just simple chairs and tables and some sort of community room for something.
Maybe this was the break room.
Didn't one of the shadows run back this way?
Garton's going to check that wall, that corner there, and then along that north wall for secret doors.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Based on the shadows not being here.
Fine then.
Yeah, I'll
And
go
then
search this wall over here.
that was going to be Garton's next.
Fine then.
Paraphil will walk along there too.
While these guys are spending, like an hour doing these searches, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm just waiting for these shadows to pop out of the wall somewhere, so I'm basically on sentry duty.
Okay.
Well, it's brightly lit in here. There's nowhere for a shadow to hide. It had to have an exit.
The floor is tile.
Mm-hmm.
Look and see if any of the tiles seem like they can be pulled out of place or anything.
Sure. Give me a find or remove traps. In the tower, please.
It's going.
Fine then.
Move tables.
Nothing underneath the tables.
Ceiling.
Looks like a ceiling.
Maybe they're incorporeal. They can just go through walls.
Seeing as you are the priest of dead, that is a very astute observation.
Yeah, they could be anywhere.
Not like they're zombies or skeletons. And spending all that time that you did searching all that area, you guys, those of you that are just kind of sitting around, when you stand up, you feel the strength has come back to you. So if anybody still has the effect of shadow touch on you, let me know. I think I got everybody's cleared off. I think I did. Let me check Paraphil.
He still has it.
I think I'm good.
It's because he's so puny.
There we go. Yep, we're good. What's the plan, gents?
Are y'all
Looks like we're out of
done
stuff to
searching?
investigate here.
These guys
Where-
just like to
where
investigate everything.
So, Garton,
and
you searched that
just
corner over there.
insanely
Thing, you searched that corner
examine
over there.
everything.
And Paraphil, which wall did you search?
He was going
It's
to walk
obsessed
along
with
that same
finding
wall.
a secret door in a room that doesn't have one.
Then
The
he's gonna
north
move
wall?
Out, yep. And he's going to go out here and search along that wall up there.
Okay.
I would roll for random encounters, but this area has none. There are no secret doors up there, Paraphil, if that's what you're looking for.
Okay. Yeah, so he's looking for. He will move on down with the party.
Yeah, I'll call everybody down here. I think this is pretty much a dead end. We've checked everything out up here that needs checking. So let's head down south and go check
We
out
got
some of the other
some
exits to
doors.
that room with the fire pit. So I'll motion for everybody to come down, and I'll move as a party back into the room with the fire pit.
How about I just do that?
Thank you.
I gave you some errors. All right, so which we have 3 different exits to check out here. Which one do y'all want to check out first? Any preference?
This other north one.
The one on the north wall. Okay. Do you want to see if that door is locked?
I think he said it was locked, and they look locked anyway. They're like the real heavy bound doors.
Yeah, well, I know he said the door in the southeast was locked, but
Yeah,
I don't think he said anything about the
anybody
north
tried
one.
the north one.
It's definitely locked.
Garten will try to pick it.
Alrighty, give me a pick locks in the tower, please. Looks like a really complicated lock. But your amazing skill with locks allows you to get it to open up, and the door kind of creaks open just a smidge when you do.
So I'll push him aside now, and I'll open the door and look inside.
Get out of the way, runt!
You're welcome.
Nice. I'll compliment him. Very nice job.
You open it up, and you can see a short set of stairs that go up from there. Not, they're probably about 10-20 feet up. Not even 20, it's 10 feet up. And you can see that it opens up into another sort of area that you can't see beyond where you're at.
Okay. I'll do a hand motion to everybody, kind of telling them to be quiet, and I'll listen for a minute, see if I hear anything up the stairs here.
You hear nothing.
Okay. And at that point, I'll make a hand signal to the rogues and deploy them up north to scout out what's ahead of us.
You want Garten to go scouting? He'll move to the top of the steps. Take it's right there.
Look up there, and you can see it continues on. There's a passage to your right, but it continues on northwards.
You see anything?
No.
Any far north? He's going to peek around the corner there. It looks like an opening to the south.
It opens up north and south, but the one you can see that this area, it looks like this is maybe like an old fireplace or something.
Okay.
From where you're at, anyways.
Move there and look around.
I had it'll reveal, so when does it do all this? Alright, so that's definitely a fireplace. The area to the east looks like used to be, from the looks of it, maybe a kitchen or something. But it hasn't been used in, it looks like, a decade or more. It's like the rest of this, the other area. It's just covered in dust and spider webs. The cheese is there's like a wheel of cheese that's on the table. The table's one of the legs is kind of given way and it's kind of slid down, but the cheese is just completely dried and it looks it's breaking apart. It looks not like it'd be edible. Probably
and if rats wouldn't even eat it.
Yeah, and you can see some bags and not barrels, but these containers that probably had something in them at one point, but from where you're at, doesn't look like there's anything in there that probably would have lasted as long as it's been in there.
The motion, the core thing to move on up, and then he'll go up here and see if there's, a fireplace has got to be a good place for a secret door, right? So he'll look and see if there's anything there.
We find none. Doesn't look like there's anything secret. It's just a bunch of old ash and spider webs and dust.
All right. And move on around. Yeah. Corthane's going up there. Gartner's going to go back and tell Grimlock it's an old kitchen, and we're still scouting north.
So when you get to here, Cortane, you can hear the sound of water running.
I'll peek my head around the corner. Oops. All right, I'll quietly as I can move up over here.
Give me a move silently, please.
Yes, sir. Got a million skills. Find it. There it is. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Forgot how much I suck at this.
You can see from that position, I'm going to go ahead and reveal that section in the southwest. There is a fountain in the wall. The closer you get, it's the smell of like sulfur, like rotten eggs. It stinks. You can see there's some faces or something carved around the water thing, but you can't really tell what they are because you don't have a light source. You're using infravision, but you know there's some kind of carvings around it. And there's a door to the north, and the passage continues on this way.
All right, I'm gonna creep forward. You said there was some statues?
No, I said
Oh.
carvings in the fountain.
Oh, carvings. I'm sorry. All right. So I'll creep forward. Try to search for like traps in the area. Not too keen on the sulfur smell going on around here.
Do not find any traps.
All right. So let this guy know. Garten. Pretty smelly over here. It's a little fountain, but seems pretty safe. I'll go check the door for traps as well. Some
Okay.
traps.
Yeah. Grimlock's not going to like this room at all.
Yeah.
Let's see. You did a found room trap. You found no traps on the door.
Garten's going to motion for Parafeld to come on up and to let everybody know that come on up a little further.
Yeah, does this door appear to be locked, or can I open it?
You don't see a lock on the front, no.
Alright, I'll try to open it slowly.
I was going to try and warn Grimlock before he
Oh.
saw the water. But maybe too late.
Okay, yep. You can open the door, and just cracking it open, you can see, we'll say this far in, just cracking open those. That's a rug on the floor. Covered in dust, like everything else in this area. It looks very elaborate. I mean, it's something that you'd see in some kind of a house or a mansion or a castle. It's very well made, whatever it is.
All right, then I will. Let's see. I guess I'm going in. I'll tiptoe in there. Cover me. I'm going in. Uh-oh.
Where are you moving to?
Like right. Let's see. Let me just draw my line here. Hold on. Go up go up this far.
I'm gonna suggest pulling the rug.
When you get to there, you make
Dun,
out the
dun.
rest of the size of the. It is a room. You can tell there's a bed in the north. The walls are covered in, the corners have like spider webs and such. There's another really elaborate sort of woven rug in the middle. The bed itself has a canopy over it. You can't tell what color it is. You can't see anything else. There's also a lump on top of the rug about here. It's about 5 feet long, but again, you're using infravision, not a light source, so you can't really tell what it is.
All right. Well, this room looks far too rugged for me, so I'm gonna go out here.
Ha.
So Grimlock has heard the description and the warning from Garton, and he hears the running water, and he's definitely spooked. But he can't help himself. He starts making his way towards that room and kind of peeks around the corner to see where that water sound is coming from.
So, do you have a
Afraid
light
of what he's
source?
gonna see. Me? No.
Okay. So, you can tell it's water because it's cooler than the surrounding, and you can see that there's running water. It looks kind of like the fountain that you had your encounter with way early on. Not exactly like it, but there's also some weird sort of carvings or something around it. You can't really make out without light. So it's not. It doesn't look exactly, but it's the same style. It's a fountain that at some point probably provided water supply to whoever was in this area.
All right, and I'll let the group know about the lump inside of the room.
Is it
Might be a dead body in there. So it's too
smell
hard to
coming
see.
from the water?
I don't know. You're gonna go look at it and see if it smells.
Well, Garton's going to grab that rug that's in the hallway there and cover the water up so that Grimlock doesn't get too scared.
So it's a pretty big rug. It's about 20 feet long almost, and over 5 foot wide. So it's pretty heavy too.
But he's not going to. He's just going to drag it.
Okay. You grab it and you drag it over there.
As
Give
soon as he
me
starts
a
making his
D6
way
in the tower, please.
Okay.
As soon as he starts to make his way towards the fountain, I immediately just run in there and get in between him and the fountain and just start swinging away at the fountain and push him back. Stay back!
I mean, we'll just cover it up. That way, nothing can get out of it.
It's too late, man. I got a problem with fountains.
A neurotic dwarf.
That's right.
You notice a loose stone when you start dragging this over. You're kind of distracted by a loose stone right about there.
All right.
Barton.
So he'll
Okay.
stop.
So I'm going to put you here because he's going over to here while you're doing that. So his action is going to be immediate because you said when he moves off to start dragging the rug, you move in and start bashing on the fountain, right?
I said when he starts making his way towards the fountain.
Okay, so he doesn't
will.
do that then, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
So if I see that, I'll tell everybody, hey, man, there's some kind of loose stone here. I'm going to check it out. I don't know if it's a trap or a little secret niche or whatever.
Okay, what are the rest of you guys doing? Jerath, Borgin, Sharni, Parafel, what are all you guys doing?
I'm gonna move up to join the party.
Okay, put yourself where you're
Right.
at. You can move as far
Parafels-
as you want. I just need to know where you're at.
They're
They're
behind.
watching over the party.
Borgin, Jerath, you guys just gonna hang back?
I had been watching the back of the party to make sure that nobody came up the hallway and surprised us. But I'll come up here and take a look, make sure nothing untoward comes out of the fountain. I know how Grimlock is about fountains. He's a little neurotic.
Okay, so when Bjarni comes up, you can see all the way down to here and all the way up there. He also lights up the fountain. The fountain itself has a bunch of horrid faces. They look like gargoyles and demons and various other creatures, and in snarling sort of visages, and the water's just pouring out of their mouth into the fountain there at the bottom. The water looks a little yellowish, like the edge of the fountain kind of has a yellow tint to it. Anybody else doing anything before I go back to Garten?
I'm mumbling. Stay away from that fountain, guys. That fountain. There's something about that fountain. Stay away from it. And I'm peering at it, all nervous, and just mumbling nonstop about the fountain. Fixated by it. That's it.
Alrighty. So, Garten, give me another percentile on the tower, please.
Just straight up percentile.
Yes, sir. All right. So you can see that this was it's a hidey hole. It's about the size of probably about a 6-inch tall and about a foot long. So if you pull the brick out, it'll be like 6 inches tall and about a foot width. How deep it is inside, you're not sure, but the outer opening would be that if you pulled it out. Doesn't look like it's been accessed recently either.
Go ahead and open it.
All right. You look in and you can see there is some object, and it kind of looks like the hidey hole is pretty long, because you look down and it goes back probably about 5 foot almost. And there's something long that's wrapped up in this gray sort of material.
Make sure there's no kind of like, I guess it was a trap. It would have been triggered when he pulled the brick out. He'll go ahead and grab it and pull it out of there.
Okay. When you pull it out, the movement of that kind of moves the dust around, and you can see there was some kind of metal mesh shirt or something underneath it as well. So you get that long thing out, and it feels like either a long stick or a pole or something wrapped in this gray material.
All right. I guess he'll try and see if there is maybe a little suit of armor, chainmail or something there.
That's what it looks like, in fact. About the size of an elf, but it is very, very well made and super light. Just imagine an elf-sized version of the shirt that Bilbo wore, and that's what it looks like.
Yeah. So, look and see if there's anything else down in there.
Doesn't appear to be.
All right, so he'll bring that back to the party. In fact, Garten used to have some of that armor.
So when you bring it back to the party and show them, it looks like the gray material wrapping around the stick thing was in fact a cloak. And when you open it, there is this bow. It's a long bow that's got elven kind of carvings in it. It looks awesome. The string, it's not strung, but there's a string with it. The cloak itself looks very well made. I think one of you guys already have one of these. Somebody has one. I don't know.
Book of Elvenkind?
Yeah.
I've got one.
Yeah, so it looks just like his cloak. The chainmail is elf-sized. And yeah, so you got a cloak, chainmail, and a longbow, all of elvish make. And I've put those in the parcel list. I'm gonna go ahead and identify the cloak and the chainmail. All right, guys. What's up next?
So who is this stuff?
That's in the party sheet right now. So somebody needs to claim it or put it somewhere before you move on.
Yep.
Well, I could definitely wear the cloak if nobody has any objections.
Not at all.
Doesn't bother me, man. What's it even do?
Makes it hard
You-
to see.
You've seen me sneaking around in a cloak like that.
Gotcha. All right, that kind of cloak.
Well, if they'll take that armor. Airfel's just in normal plate.
Is it enchanted?
It's elven chain. It's nice and light.
Yeah, but I mean, is it enchanted to be extra protected? Do we know?
I don't think we know that yet.
Yeah, we'll have to detect magic when it's convenient.
I'm gonna quietly move up around the corner here and see if there's anything up there.
I can't see very far because Jarny's light source is just destroying any kind of infravision you have. So that's as far as you can see.
This guy. Alright, I'll slowly and quietly move forward and see what I can see. And I'll put the hood of the cloak on as well.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm motioning for the party to. You guys either you guys can go check out that room up north. I'm gonna stay here and keep an eye on the fountain. I'll protect you guys from the fountain.
Carton, you guys have fully checked out that room up north, haven't you? Or just looked into it?
They have
Just
not.
looked. I don't see where the.
I'll go there.
What happened to the bow?
I grabbed it so we wouldn't lose
Okay.
it.
I think we grabbed it at the same time because I was doing the same thing.
Either one of you guys using a light source? I don't
I
think
am not.
Jalaman is. Yeah, so
Nope.
you guys see the same thing the way I described it to the other elf that was in here.
Yeah, I'll move up there with them so that maybe it'll help seeing down the hallway without my light shooting on down there as much.
Okay. Where are you going to be?
Move up there behind
Now,
Jerath.
now it's all lit up.
Yes, it is. All right, so let me give you the full-on description. It is covered in thick carpets, and there's cushions spread about. There is in the middle of it is, as Corthane suspected, a body. It looks mummified. It's covered in spider webs and dust. It's face down. There is a dagger in the back. Looks like the dagger may be jeweled. You're not sure. The person wears really elaborate clothing. It's got, looks like there's gems or gold or something woven into the material. The right hand clutches a carved stone object of some sort. There is a large curio cabinet. The door is slightly ajar in the room. Let me see. There are some candelabras, some wall sconces. The walls are plastered, so it's not like stone walls. There's tapestries hanging about on all four walls. And they look like they are... The tapestries themselves have images of like demons and devils and undead just killing people and torturing and chain gangs of people being drugged into torture chambers, or to be just ripped apart by some large demonic looking creature. There's a long little table on the west side with 3 plush chairs near it. You can see that the the skeleton thing on the floor, they call it a mummified thing, so I don't want to call it a mummy because it's not a mummy, it's a dead thing. But that thing has jewelry on each hand. There's some ring on one and a bracelet on another, that sort of stuff.
This place is full of traps and tricks and that sort of thing. So let me try and examine this body for traps before we molest it any further. So that's what I'll do. I'll go to the body and kind of treat it like it's a trick or a trap and try and find out stuff that's wrong with it.
Okay.
It's holding a grenade.
Alrighty,
Yeah,
so
that would
I'm
hurt.
going to have my holy symbol ready too, just in case I need to blast it with holy light or some craziness.
So you begin to move into the room, and you start hearing this soft sort of voice in the background, and this ethereal spirit rises up out of the middle of the body, and it looks like this beautiful elven maiden. And she turns and looks at you, and then her face immediately just switches to a terrifying grimace, and she opens her mouth, and we're going to pause it there and wait till next week.
Nice.
We'll pause it there, gentlemen.
So she's looking at Jerath or looking at me?
She's looking at, she's in the middle of the room looking in the direction of Jerath, which is you 3-2.
Okay, gotcha.
Alrighty, so I'm going to pause the stream and come back.